Hi, thanks very much for watching. Andy here. Let's do a reading now for the sign of Libra. Okay, a tarot spread for Libra. We'll do 3-card tarot. So I'm shuffling now and saying, please give us the first of the 3 cards in this reading for the sign of Libra. I'm doing this July 2019, but the best time to watch this is right now, whenever you're watching it, because that's why I make them, that's what they're for. And the first card coming out in this reading is the Two of Cups. Really positive beginning to things here. These two characters, Mr. Mad Hatter and Mr. Mad, is it? Yes, Mr. Mad March Hare, they're kind of almost saluting each other, and really they're saluting an idea which has come in. There is great healing possible in this. This is almost as if they've decided to become friends after maybe quite a long time of not being. So there's a feeling of making up around this card. In particular, it's a particular thing of the Tarot in Wonderland deck, which I'm looking at here. But this Flying Teapot here, any Gong fans out there remember Flying Teapot? I still listen to it fairly regularly, actually. And great magic flowing down there from the green teapot. And it's making me think of the Caduceus that we see in the Rider-Waite Two of Cups, which absolutely full of healing possibilities there. And it looks as if they're toasting a new idea, as if some amazing great new thing is going to happen. So let's ask for a bit more significance about that one from messages from your animal guides, from your animal spirit guides, I should say, by Stephen Farmer. I'm going to just shuffle these and say, tell us some more about the Two of Cups, please, in this reading for the sign of Libra. Tell us some more, please, about the Two of Cups, and we'll see what we get. And what we've got is Roadrunner. Meep, meep. Right, don't know if you have you must have that cartoon in America. It's Warner Brothers for sure. You've got it. But the Roadrunner that kind of drives everybody nuts. Yeah, well, there he is. And so why has he come up in this reading, I wonder, about the Two of Cups? Keep your sense of humour and don't take things so seriously. Now, there is one thing these two characters are particularly good at. They don't get called the Mad Hatter and the Mad March Hare for nothing. Mad is a word we use when we just can't understand the depths that people kind of have gone to in one way or another. Or maybe we just kind of can't see deeply enough into our own lives to kind of see that someone else might have that opinion or go that way or do something. So we can't, rather than kind of struggle and work it all out, we just decide, well, that person's mad or that idea is mad. And sometimes these things are kind of, it's not going to be great to get involved with those people. But here we have people saluting an idea that's probably a pretty crazy idea. But it looks to me as if these guys are seriously ready to do business there. It really does. So, crucial to that is that they're going to have to keep their sense of humour, as the Roadrunner is telling us here, because it looks to me like they're having to salute this thing because maybe it's something that they might not have actually done individually, but by working together, maybe it's the only way to work together is to go in a particular direction. It's going to be worth it though when the Two of Cups comes in at the beginning of a reading. That's where good things start. It's a number 2. It's a very early number, and it's not a very high energy number in terms of numerology or anything, but it is a very steady, solid, even number, and it shows that things are going to pick up. And I just love the green flying teapot in this, because that's where some of the best ideas come from, in my humble opinion. It really is. So, okay, let's have the next card in this spread for the sign of Libra. I'm doing this July 2019, but the time to watch this is right now as you're drawn to watch it, friends. And if you would like to, do have a look at my channel. Maybe hit the subscribe button there. Excuse me, what a time to get hiccups in the middle of a thing like this. Excuse me. They've updated my editing program and I can't use it. It took me a long time to even start using it and I can't. So every hiccup goes in, I'm afraid. There we go. Tell us more, please, in this reading. And give us the next card in it, because I've forgotten completely where I am now. Okay, give us the next card in this reading for the sign of Libra in July 2019. And we have the Moon, and there's a danger here of being drawn by a false light. Now let me just say something that popped into my head with that hiccups thing there. It's a poor workman blames his tools, and I don't want to sit here blaming YouTube and the internet and everyone else for things that I'm not managing to do. But I have to say, I worked real hard at these videos, and at the moment, I'm got like on video watch 24/7 because the upload speed has gone really, really slow now. YouTube aren't really showing my stuff unless I put it in HD, so the views are going down and down. So I'm desperately trying to hang on and save this thing, and it's because of the upload time. See, as soon as I've made one video, as soon as I finish this, I'm going to have to upload it, and I'm going to have to stay up late tonight to make the next video and upload it. Otherwise, there isn't time to get 12 on by Friday. So with that and the editing nonsense, I am now just kind of blandly waffling away. I know my spirit guide's in tune, and I know things are working out pretty well in that sense. I'm confident that these readings are worth watching and worth listening to, but I am really, really beginning to question if this is the best way to do it. I wouldn't stop this for all the tea in China. I love doing this, and it's great to have the connection with you guys. And thanks everyone who watches and everyone who's subscribed, by the way. It's great. So it won't be stopping anytime soon, but I've got to think of a better way. I did air signs, fire signs, earth signs, water signs, so the batches of 3 signs in one reading. Put those up last weekend. Never had so few views since I started YouTube. So, you know, am I being drawn by a false light? I don't know. I need to go into meditation, and I need to be listening to my dreams. And actually, I need to be asking for those dreams to come and affirming that I don't fear those dreams before I actually go into the dream state every night. It's really good to do that. I'm sure many of you will have been through Doreen Virtue's chakra meditations. Pretty difficult to get hold of now. She's decided it was all wrong, and she's a Christian. We've got to burn all her cards, which I haven't done, I got to say. I was a Christian for a long time. I wouldn't burn anything for the sake of that. I really wouldn't. But yeah, anyway, you know, it's making that affirmation that you want the dreams to come, that you're open to the dreams, you're ready for the dreams. Because Mr. Walrus here, he's pretty crazy, wacky, larger than life character, but he is explaining the spiritual mysteries, the spiritual truth to the character here. And this is number 15, this is 18. Number 18, the moon. So we are coming closer and closer to completion when that one comes out. So we've got the great idea of the Two of Cups there. Maybe someone's proposing a new relationship, you know. Are they really your twin flame? Are you really going to get on well with them? That's what you got to ask. And it's not a clear-cut answer from me or from the tarot either. That's just what you got to ask. Just don't be led along by a false light, because you see, as I'm saying about my videos, I could probably do something better that appeals to people more and do the same thing, the same information, but do it in a more appealing way that gets the word out. So it's worth, you know, even though things are going pretty well for me on YouTube, it's worth making the extra effort to make them even better and maybe make it go faster so I can get back to the live readings, which is what this channel was supposed to be all about when I started it. But there you go, I started it in Mercury retrograde. What are you going to do about it? Tell us more, please, about the moon in this reading for the sign of Libra. And it looks like a reading for my YouTube channel at the same time, this one. For the sign of Libra in this reading. And we've got Spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Now, this can be a metaphorical kind of writing a story, a symbolic writing a story, like when lovers talk about writing on the pages of each other's book. That kind of story. That's the story we want to be looking at writing on the world. Something big, something that really makes a difference. And like, so we're leaving something of ourselves behind because we've brought ourselves here for a reason, and there'll be something we can leave behind in this world by doing it better, by focusing on it. So the creative spark is there, but again, there's questions. Are we being drawn by a false light? Is it kind of not going to work? And we need some advice. And the walrus is not one of the lovers in this card. The walrus is giving advice, spiritual advice from the outside, because the character really wants to make the best of it. And these guys are really hoping for a good outcome. They're cheerful, they're visualizing and believing that it's going to work, but they need that good outcome. Is it the right way to go? The moon will tell us. The moon will tell us. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, trust the creative spark you are feeling, okay? We get these ideas for a reason. Every time we get these ideas for a reason. If you can't think of a reason for it, you can be sure that there is one there. Maybe it's just to show you that you couldn't think of that reason. That's very often the way we learn in spiritual terms, because it's so tricky for them to get through and to for us to actually understand that the experiences we've had are coming from the spirit realm, the realm between worlds, outside of the immediate earthly life that we live, if you know what I mean. Right, let's have, please, the final card of the 3 tarot cards in this spread for the sign of Libra in July 2019. And we have got the Knight of Wands. Loads of Leo energy here, Virgo. Okay, Wands cards, it's fire signs, it's Aries, it's Leo, it's Sagittarius, and this guy is most certainly a Leo. Is there a Leo in your life? This is him. If not, maybe a Leo will come around you. Look out for them. Maybe not Leo as his rising, as is his main sun sign. It might be, you know, a rising sign or an alignment with Leo, but there's something of the Leo here. Something of the need to show off a bit, show out and act out. And he's a very fast-moving character here. He's got his wand there, and the wands are the suit of getting things done and making things happen. And he's great like that. But you've got to get your ducks in a row. And in a lot of ways, you've got to be as close to being on top of your game as you can to really make it work. If the time isn't right for you yet, don't worry. Don't waste this time. Just keep on learning, keep on growing. Your shift will come, because this is a cycle. Everything we do is a cycle. Okay, so tell us more, please, about the Knight of Wands in this reading for Libra, the sign of Libra in July 2019. And what have we got here? Kiwi, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Kiwi comes up a lot these days, you know, and in this crazy time of sort of internet communication and electronics everywhere, Kiwi is very well worth listening to in this respect, because, you know, I'm always saying, nice to get out in the country and get that green energy if you possibly can, and maybe you can't because there's concrete everywhere. Well, never mind that, just get out and walk, because it's when you're on your feet walking along, you think in a different way. We all do. Makes a real big difference. Can help a lot with physical health problems as well, because if we're feeling kind of low and drained and maybe kind of stuffed up and bunged up and not really physically at ease, not really physically comfortable, a walk makes a terrific difference. So do that walking meditation. It'll be good for body, it'll be good for mind, and it'll be good for spirit. Okay, Libra, well, thanks for listening to my ramblings about YouTube there. I hope I can keep going like this. Somehow I'll find a way, you know. I'm not giving up. I've been doing this since 2007. I'm not giving up. Go check out all the videos on my channel. There are loads of them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and tap that bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks very much to everyone who has been subscribing and leaving comments and everything. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey. Have a fantastic week ahead. I'll be back soon with more readings. Whatever YouTube does, I'm determined. I'll be back. Have a good one. Peace.